check my phone, and then like if I wanted the next closest one, it's leaving in 1 minute, and I forgot to bring bottled water. So like I reached the restaurant, I didn't even have enough brain power to say that I want. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Refresh Step, where you recover yourself for the main step. I'm your host for today, tomorrow, and the foreseeable future, Theodore Lu. And I'm with Auto Spapper in the UK, and at my Battle Spirits English Wiki, Ayumu Seiki.
Oh
my goodness.
I'm melting.
Yeah, I kinda regret that, like, why is your tagline is like the hottest battler in the UK? I was like, I just got in from the outside, and I was like, oh my goodness.
We could be the coolest now.
Yeah. Maybe during the summer we'll just change it to the coolest so that we can get into the mindset. Mindset that it is cool. It's mind over matter.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm used to this weather. Like if anything, I prefer this weather.
Yeah.
So I'm like whatever. It's better than like the sad and miserable day.
Yeah, that's the trade-off, isn't it? I was like, oh, I like the cool weather, but I also don't like it to be like constantly like dark and sad.
Literally, yeah. This is way better, mate.
Yeah. Where's our spring? That's my question.
I got a buy in the tournament today, and then we just went up the street, went back down, and turned around back to the shop.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that sounds cooling enough. I basically just woke up contemplating that whether I should go it or not, and then I just realized today is a public holiday, so everything is closed. The tram is reduced, so I was like, oh fine, I'm just going to go to like the closest possible restaurant where I have a craving. That's like, to be fair, if I just wanted to eat somewhere close, there's like 2 restaurants like literally next to my house, but one of them is a Döner, the other one is German Chinese food. So like, yeah, maybe next time.
Not gonna get some Döner.
Yeah, maybe when you come over here, I'll have to eat like more Döner than normal anyway. So like, I'll just wait.
I mean, I don't necessarily need to eat Döner.
Yeah. It's a German thing.
Okay then.
I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I feel like Döner is something that is nicer to eat like when you are done with like physical work. If I just woke up and you asked me to eat Döner, I was like, I'll eat it like reluctantly.
Fair enough.
But like if you like ask me to like help with a move or something, and then like you ask me like, yeah, I'll treat you something, like what do you want to eat? Like I will buy you anything within like maybe a budget of like 15 euro, let's say, and then like, yeah, Döner, let's go Döner.
Okay then.
German Chinese food, yeah, it can kind of be like kind of like a hit or miss. I feel like when it hits, but like, I feel like the problem is just when they say it like something is crispy or breaded, like it's more breading than the meat, so like, and it's not crispy. I don't know why, but like I feel like this is not a problem with like the restaurants themselves, because like with that's like foreign, like, well, not for like not foreign Chinese food, but like with the quote unquote like the local Chinese food, like it always like it is adjusted to like how the people there like wants to eat them, right? Like I feel like in general, like German people are just kind of like almost allergic to like crunch. Like if the food like is not soft, if it's not like the texture of like strawberry shortcake, like they just wouldn't eat it like normally. Like maybe on special occasion, maybe like if they are younger, but like they're like they above the age of like 23. If it's harder than like what is it, like it's even like as hard as Oreo, they wouldn't want to eat it.
Okay.
I feel like yeah, but that was like that has been like our food run for after a while. because it's hot outside. Yeah. Also, like, yeah. Now before we get back into the cards, like, one last thing is I don't understand like why Europeans need to have like fruit inside of their iced tea like every time. I think like I don't know if it's just me because in Indonesia, especially in my region, like because it was so hot, so like one of the staple drinks is just like straight black tea, at most with sugar, and then ice. That's it. So
I
I was
mean,
like,
I went to Utrecht, and then
mm-mm,
when I order mint tea, it's literally just water with like a ton of mint in there,
mm-mm.
for like a fuck ton of actual mint leaves in there.
Yeah.
And I like order like ginger and honey tea kind of thing.
Mm-mm.
It's just like, again, it's basically a whole ginger chopped into pieces in the water
Oh yeah.
with like a honey pack, something
Mm-mm.
like that.
Exactly. And that's how they like it.
Yeah. I mean, fair. I mean, I like it that way as well. It's better than a tea pack, at least, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. And the minty, like so for like the commercial one, there's like a minty where it's like black tea and then like with mint flavoring. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's like the most that I can drink like regularly. Like the other ones are like barbecue. Like it's kind of like a mood thing. Like if I were like in eating something heavy, then yeah, I'm okay with like lemon tea, the peach tea. But like you asked me, like I just woke up and then I opened the fridge and then like I find like like only like lemon tea and peach tea, I would be like really sad. Like yeah, I just wanted something that is not water but also like not too acidic. Like the mint tea was like a savior. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm-mm. But yeah, I can kind of understand about like the ginger tea and everything because like I've been I've been working in the bar, right? So like sometimes like yeah, so they will ask me like, yeah, is it does it come from the back or will you like chop up ginger for me? Like yeah, I can do that if we have them, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's like, yep, let's do like the fresh one, and then like I just chop up ginger and like, yep, this is very good. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not made to judge, but yeah, yeah, I mean, like this is just culture shock, right? I don't this people like it's ginger is not ginger is like you don't just keep them in your pantry anyway, so like yeah, I guess it's kind of fair that sometimes you just want to pay just to have it like just to have it without the burden of like okay, so I still have like all this ginger left and like I don't know when I will want to have like ginger tea again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's still kind of fair. But yeah, speaking of like fairness, there was a little bit of injustice like lately that I've surprisingly quite kind of welcome actually.
What?
Because like recently they have been doing this thing with the magic cards. So basically they just give a secret version for the magic cards, but like with a character that is like featured in that set pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. So like in this set it's Driving Force. So they have given us like Driving Force a version with Amon, a version with Liber, both of them with their Flag Nexus version.
Mm-hmm.
But there was an injustice. There's only one card left, which is Fala. And instead of getting the Flag Nexus version, they get the extra version, which is Fala looks. But I'm not complaining though. Yeah, it's the like all the other news we'll talk about them next week. But like this one, we have to talk about it this time just because it's gorgeous. I'm going to talk about it again next week.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know when. Like, yeah, I know that the chance of like pulling it from a box is going to be like really low. So I'm going to wish for it, but I'm not going to expect that I can get it. So I just know that this is going to my wish list that is already really long. And one day, when I finally get the job and finally can go to Japan again, I'll probably spend like half of my budget on my first day, like just buying all the secrets that I've been wanting to collect. And yeah, will it be worth it? I don't know. Maybe I would be going with Ayumu and Amamiya, and they will be like eating like the A5 stuff, and then I was like, oh my goodness, I could have eaten this A5 stuff, but I just bought like this Fala driving force. But it's shiny though. but this card is as shiny as the fat that is dripping from the beef, Ayumu. I tell you. This is going to be worth. This is worth it. Trust. Oh my goodness. Hopefully, yeah. I probably will not do that. I'll probably like put off like shopping until the end. Like I think like if I go to Japan again like after so long, like I feel like there's lots of things that I like back then I was like still really young and very weepy, so I was like, yeah, I'm just wanted to do like the weep stuff, but like now that I have grown up and well, not really grown up, but like now that I've been experiencing more things and there's like more things that I wanted to try, so like yeah, maybe I have to give like space for like the other things that I want to try as well, not just the weeby stuff. Like the weeby stuff, like the weeby stuff, to be fair, like for the most part I can just buy them here. Like I don't have to go all the way to Japan to get them.
Exactly.
And with all the tourist tax, like they are probably going to be like fairly the same. I'm not going to say like it's going to be the same price, but like budget wise it's going to be the same, because like when you if you wanted to go to a vacation like healthily, you won't have a budget, and that's not going to be your whole riches, so like your money is still going to be way more limited. So like in the end, it's still like to you at that time, it's going to feel kind of like the same, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, Farah's driving force. It is indeed the driving force, and I wanted the driving force. I needed the driving force to get through the summer. I come from a tropical country, and this is a different kind of hot, and I can't handle it. Also, like, I don't know why. Maybe because it's in Indonesia. We are like, because I've come from like the big city, right? And I am privileged enough to be like in the part of people who can work and live pretty much in air conditioned place. So instead of like adapting to the heat, I kind of adapted more into like living with the low temperature inside an air conditioned room instead. So I guess that's why kind of like, yeah, now I feel like I still feel like extremely cold like during the winter, but still like I feel like now I thrive more. Well, I wouldn't say I thrive more, but like I feel like I felt like generally better like when it is a little bit colder. But like when it is a little bit not too cold, not too warm, so like 18 degree territory, then yeah, I just cannot wake up. It's just too comfortable to be sleeping in. Yeah. But like when it's like 10 degree, it's too cold to sleep. When it's like 20 degrees, too hot to sleep. So like, yep, these two temperature generally better for working, not good for living.
You're like a bear or something.
Yeah, I'm a polar bear, and it more salmon now, I guess, and seal, I guess.
Oh, my friend can make salmon sashimi, so it looks so good. I need him to make me some next time. It's going to make me some udon tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, actually, I still have like some teriyaki seasoning that I inherited from my ex-chef. I don't know if it's still good, but I mean, like it's mostly just alcohol and sugar, so maybe. I don't know, but yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm being that jealous friend. Like when you say that, yeah, your friend can do this, I can do better. I don't know what I can do better though.
Yeah, but my friend can teach how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's also a problem. Like I feel like I can maybe. I mean, like sometimes I do make like Japanese stuff, but like, what did I make? I feel like it just make like a nondescript. It's less about like it's less of like an actual Japanese cuisine, but I feel like I made this like imagining if I am in like if I just move to Japan in like 2005, let's say, and then like there's not much like international stuff available in the Japanese supermarket, and I'm trying to make something that I usually eat in Jakarta, kind of thing. But I feel like that's if you live in the big city, like that's going to be kind of like your kitchen situation anyway, right? Like you just do. I mean, like you are familiar with so much food that like you don't really like. I don't really feel like tight that I have to eat like this dish or like that dish, but like just what you are feeling that day. Yeah. Kind of want chicken teriyaki today, and it kind of thing. But I don't have chicken teriyaki. But I don't have the teriyaki. So what do I do? This looks close enough. Yeah, and speaking of close enough, we just have our first ever Battle Spirits League for Standard last weekend, Ayumu. Yay. So for Standard, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, so like we did get some interesting lists out of it. But although for disclaimer, like even the one of like the athlete, one of the pro player, he said that if you and the problem with Standard as a show, like if you make it into a show, like there's not much flashy effects. So like if you see it as from your screen, it wouldn't feel like that much is happening. But then if you actually play it, then you kind of feel like, oh yeah, this is why I do this thing like at this specific time. So like yeah, I guess that's I mean like also it's still set one, so like that's kind of understandable on why we are kind of like still skewing into like certain strategies. But like thankfully we are going to get set 1.5 and set 2 right away. And yeah, things are like even from the vanilla itself, like things are going to change like quite a lot. I feel it's like they just revealed like the new Ryuki vanilla, and it doesn't have an extra symbol, but like the status is like on par with like cost 8 and 7. So I was like, huh.
It's a really big vanilla.
It's a big vanilla. It's a very big vanilla. I was like, oh, impressive. It's a dirty vanilla, and yeah, I was like, and then like even the cost 8 now, like they kind of make a distinction. Like if they have like a succession, then maybe their BP is going to be a little bit lower. But like if they don't have succession as an exchange, then their BP can be a little bit higher. But like the ones that they have shown so far are like, oh, these are some chunky beasts. Oh. It's a chunky cuttlefish, and it's a chunky mineral thing.
That is so obviously for world current. Yeah.
Yeah. And that guy's like that cuttlefish that we're going to talk about in detail, like maybe next week. That guy's like, well, it sounds like really strong. Although I know that with Gurren, you're probably going to attack like maybe once or twice. Like I guess I can kind of see like why they can like give it like not once per turn, but like with most cards, like you kind of can have like quote unquote like you don't really remove anything, you just add power and then like it's a once per turn thing. But this one is like, yep, every time your spirit is blocked, then you get to exhaust another one, which I feel like oh. I know that you're going to maybe attack like twice, but like, oh. So you basically need like 3 blockers at least for like to defend like against 2 attacks. I was like, oh. Yeah, that kind of that.
Yeah, it's like it's an interesting combination of skills. Like maybe it's for like a new play style. Who knows?
Yeah, but that is for current trust. But yeah, I think like there's another athlete that plays like pretty much like Shun. So like they are playing like Blood Rose at for the most part, but like they're adding more shamanism stuff into the mix. So finally, yeah, nice to see the queen is finally here to show who's boss.
Your closest stream, by the way, if you're actually showing something.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Discord. You have one job.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. Finally, right? And then the other one is like one of the things that have been on my mind because like blue like surprisingly have like a lot of Corvus as well. I was like, yeah, why not make it kind of like an engine in a way? That's like,
I see.
Yeah, because like with the control, with like the control text, like you would use like green or white as your base engine, and then you basically just respond to whatever your opponent is throwing at you. I guess like with
No.
yeah. No, but with yeah. Yeah, but with Rumble, I guess, yeah, then you can kind of like how do I put this, like stay or like kind of like keep an aggressive line, but then you can kind of like give yourself some room to kind of like get some tech to kind of like control your opponent. So like here Oda is playing one Valigaya and one Dampirion on top of like 3 Giganteleon that has been like, yeah, basically like when people are playing blue now, basically they just bring Giganteleon as a removal, pretty much. So yeah,
a very good removal as well. A very good attacker in general, to be fair.
Exactly. Yeah, looking forward to be finishing this deck because again I'm missing all the combos for some reason. I was like, when I wanted to build, when I said I wanted to build Rumble, it's mostly because most of the cards that you need are commons. Like there's no way you are like locked out of like building this deck. And then I open my box and then like, I'm actually locked out of building this deck. Fuck. But yeah, glad to see like Rumble actually like becoming a choice for the pro as well. Give me some sort of validation. So yeah, we're looking forward to the next Battle Spirits, the standard Battle Spirits, like which is going to be after that 2 is out, I believe, because like the next season is going to be in Eternal, so they are going to like kind of like switch like so standard Eternal kind of thing.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of switching, of course, like next week, so yeah, well, not next week, like this weekend, after this podcast is out, we are going to get the first Eternal booster, PS76, Radiance of the Eternal Emperor. So of course, we are seeing like lots of new faces. We have a lot of comeback from like the old concepts. They have already bamboozled us because like the red, for once, it feels like they are skewed towards Zeus, and then suddenly, poof, they give like the Ultra Manifest to Brahma, and then why do they give us all the Zeus stuff? Because Zeus used to have this affair with the God King Revolt Tiger. Yeah, so basically the Revolt Tiger is released kind of as a Z card on top of being a God King, so like that's why Zeus is also getting some love. So we can expect that in the next set, they are going to be getting a lot more concept being covered as well. So we are going to get the Flag Nexus, hopefully for like the remaining 3 colors, so red, yellow, and blue. But yeah, also that means if you wanted to play with the block limited format, the fun thing is, if you want to play with the Flag Nexus, the first 3 Flag Nexus, by the next set you are going to have like 2 sets worth of support. But if you wanted to play the new Flag Nexus, then you have to wait until next year if you wanted to get the same layer of support. Very fun. But yeah, not complaining as long as we get because like we will get Hanu Merlin as well next set. So yeah, that's the card that I started with when I started playing Battle Spirits. So yeah, going to be looking forward to playing with Hanu Merlin again. I don't know how they are going to fix not fix, I mean like balance the Infinite Axel thing though. Feels like
I guess maybe make it once per turn.
Yeah, that can be fair. Like just so like the Infinite Axel itself is generally not a problem. But like maybe the summoning part is going to be like once per turn, then yeah. I guess
True, that as well, yeah.
That can kind of work. That's like like after that after Hanu Merlin is out, we got like Eclair Chiffon, but like Eclair Chiffon generally you don't use it for her free Axel.
Yeah. Use it for the
removal.
For the removal.
Yeah. For the removal plus draw. Yay. Which is quite nice for its stage. So yeah, today we are going to be talking about the new decks that we wanted to build from BS76. And as usual, we're going to make a promise that we're definitely going to break to kind of like test these things. But yeah, third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. Trust. But yeah, of course, when we are talking about what I wanted to build, usually the key determiner is, does it have a waifu? Yes. Then there's a 50% chance. Does it have dragons? 50% chance. So yeah, this is the winner, one of the winner of the 50-50, Fala. And I just realized I forgot to tidy up the list. Been doing this for 10 years. I should have been more aware of this.
This list also looks so wrong in many ways. I don't know why.
Because like I usually after I am done like with making my list, I usually just resorted everything. But like I guess like I made some changes in the middle and I forgot to rearrange everything.
No, but I mean your choices cards in general, I don't know, feels so wrong. But let's hear your pathetic excuses.
Exactly. My pathetic excuses, I don't have any. But okay, let's say my thought process, right? Like, so now the first, the easiest, the low hanging fruit is of course like 3 of each, Fala and Fala Lux. So I guess like that's not going to hurt anyone because like I guess like Fala is kind of like the key. So like whenever you deploy her, you basically get a free core regardless. Like not going to be bad. So now, and then now maybe the part where I feel like I'm getting like a trap with like my way of thinking is that I wanted to get at least like 2 symbols on the field, which is maybe slightly overrated. That's probably why I kind of put in a white world. Also because I feel like with Fala, you can kind of like control the number of your the increase of your counter. So if you can benefit from like the hand rep, then you can kind of like just stop and then like go for the hand rep and then go back to increasing your counter kind of thing.
Yeah, but how often do you even actually? How does white world even flip again?
So you just have to refresh a white spirit. Right? Yeah.
I thought it's family limited.
Nah, shouldn't be. Wait, let me check. Now, if it's family limited, then it's definitely going to be go out.
Oh, it's not.
It's not.
You're right.
Yeah, but you kind of get a point because like my main way to kind of like refresh something is going to be like Crown Solar. I don't think like Fala, Fala in general, like she didn't like she does have some refresher. I remember like Avalanche Bison can refresh, but like I don't feel like it's enough to kind of like warrant the use of it. That's mostly going to be for the defensive part. I use like the pre-revival as well because I because I was prioritizing getting the yellow world and I didn't have any budget for like the revival for white world. So I feel like, yeah, I guess like if this works, then yeah, I guess like investing in the revival version might be, well, definitely going to be better.
I don't think you even need
Yeah.
that many symbols in general. I mean, to be fair, granted, like you probably haven't really watched anyone play, but like I watched like a Fala video today.
Yeah, I did, but yeah. I don't know. I mean, like it's still. I watched it, but I tried to watch like the videos after I built my initial build. So kind of like when I first built it, I kind of wanted to just try to flow it from like what we do have. That is why also like I stopped at like 12 admin. I will like, yeah, I kind of wanted to, because like in my mind, right, like the flow is going to be a little bit more onto my side, not really. Kind of wanted to the bugs to already be destroyed by the time I enter my attack step, so I have some degree of protection.
Okay.
But yeah, then again, that maybe is the wrong way to look at it. Who knows? That's why we'll just get the cards and test it later. That's the fun part, isn't it? If we get it right on the first try, like it's not that fun, isn't it? Totally coping. This just copium. If you can build it right the first try, why not? Yeah, the iguana I just kind of like it. It's kind of like a pseudo removal in a way, and it gives all armor except for yellow and blue. Oh, it's a green and blue. That's why in the end I just put in the illusion demon god again to cover those two colors. Also, it can be searched for with driving force.
It's green and white. That's just missing.
Green and white, yeah. Yeah, and then I think like it's given in the same direction. So I guess then for your more important cards, you can just put it on the right side, and then it's going to have like 6 protection from 6 colors. It's protected by spirit and ultimates. It's like not too shabby, I feel. And Diamond Wall, basically again, just because in my mind, like you would have like still kind of enough. So yeah, maybe I mean like it's kind of like a dual use then. So like that wouldn't be too bad. And I guess like the part of that kind of like my reasoning of why I don't choose like stuff like Blizzard Wall is like the stuff on why I probably shouldn't put in White World. It's because most of the searcher like return stuff to the bottom. Like it's kind of if it kind of have to wait a lot if you wanted to fill in your wait until like the Blizzard Wall hits your trash. Which is like the same reason why you probably wouldn't want the White World, because like you kind of have to quote unquote wait, or like you just have to kill your own spirits to fulfill like the 3 white spirit quota. So I guess that's a free slot for now. That's a free slot for now.
It's like very much like the decks are very much family limited, yeah.
Yeah. The rest is just like a Crown Solar 10. I guess like just because it's the kind of like, well, kind of like wants you to flag advent, like do the flag advent like as soon as possible. And yeah, I guess like if we put in like stuff like the Mantis or like the Butterfly, then we have like more cost 5 stuff. Although like I guess like in the earlier games, like you kind of wanted the Lizard way more. But like I guess like in some cases where you can kind of like go faster, then yeah, maybe you can opt for like Cattleya or like the Butterfly. Then the Crown Solar will be kind of like useful to kind of like get you more attacks in. I didn't put in the revival version because I don't have them. As usual, I don't really wanted to build with cards that I don't have like the direct access to, because I feel like that's part of the fun, like having the limitation, because like if not, then might as well like put in Yamato at this point, right? Like
not really. You don't need.
yeah, I mean like not really like Yamato literally, but like the level of just put in anything that is like currently good for at the moment, right? Like I feel like I mean like that is a challenge on its own, but like that is not the one that I wanted to achieve. I just kind of wanted to make the collection part of like the building. So like if I don't have it, if I can like get it like right away, I'll just put it later when I actually have them. Like I wouldn't think about that now. For now, I'm just going to try to build it with one, what I already have, two, what I can like buy like right now. Like that's the other that's why like if anything, if you feel like some like obvious stuff are missing, that's probably why. There, except for like the new cards, of course. Like the new cards, it's kind of like I don't. I mean like that's like the other mindset that I feel like I don't know how. I mean like still don't it's still kind of hard to grasp on like how to, because like again like you wanted the oh my goodness I'm actually like freezing my brain right now, but basically because like you kind of wanted to do the contract advent as soon as possible, right? Like if then your soul core is in your trash, then then that's another layer of like how do we get like the butterfly or the mantis out. And then if you wanted to attack, like that's the other problem, right? Like you can have to have something that is light, but like you can't really, like the butterfly is still kind of okay because like it's a 5 cost, so you can just hard summon it, and maybe it can still trigger some things. You make a bug and then like you just slip the bug on the bottom of it, and it can start to work for you as well.
Brother, the deck already has its own way to return soul core.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah, it's the bison, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Ayumu. It's just too. Yeah, no. I mean, like, that's not probably why. It's just like I see it and I'm like, yep, it's a return one. Not interesting. What in the binder? I don't know why. Maybe it's just my yellow brain talking and not throwing. Put it aside. I feel like at 5 cost it should give me like some sort of way to kind of like progress my game instead of like removing my opponent, because usually with at 5 cost you are not allowed effects that are like that broken. Like with the lower cost advent, I feel like but again, this is just personal feeling, but I feel like it is more valuable if it gives you like some draw, like returning your core, like fetching one card from the trash kind of thing. Like to me, removing one card from the opposing board is not as interesting. And you have Katale, yeah. But Katale can do both. That's why she's interesting. Katale is okay because she can do both. Yeah. She gives you a draw. She removes a spirit or ultimate. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put in the butterfly. And the Goopy, the Goopy is kind of like I kind of wanted to try it out. Don't know. Again, right? Like the other consideration is like, if you already have your searcher, then it's going to be really good. But like when it is the card and when it is already in your hand, then not as interesting. But then again, it is like if you have some degree of will, and you can bring the Fala out of like something that you add on, and you get an extra core as well. So in a way, arguably, it might actually be a better core booster than the lizard.
Yeah, because think about how hard it is to actually summon the lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to destroy 3 platinum bug.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I was talking about like the monitor lizard,
The what?
the costly lizard.
Oh no! Don't put that one away, Jesus Christ.
No. But the iguana, I guess, yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, it is a hard boss. Much easier just to summon your illusion demon god, isn't it?
Yeah, no, literally, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, that's probably the one of the first changes. So 2 iguana out, 3 white world out. The rest will just test as we go. But like the other piece, I feel like already kind of fine. Photon circle. But oh yeah, I just remembered like I kind of wanted to try out the dragonfly as well. Like why isn't it here though? Yeah, maybe later. That the dragonfly, that the mirage that gives you a token
Oh
every
yeah,
time you
no, I
open.
think that was really good. Like, oh my god, imagine
Yeah.
every time you get like the token. Ah, so good.
Yeah. Just why? I think like my only consideration is that it is like one of like the one function card, right? So like it's kind of like a snowball card.
Yeah, but
So it's like
if you just have 2 copies, you know.
I don't know. I mean, I think like I didn't put it in because like when I was like building, I was building from like the bottom up. So at that point, I was like, "Oh, where is this?" And then I was like, I found the fish, and then like I put in the fish, and then like I forgot to put in the dragonfly pack. I think. I think if I look back up, maybe I'll have put with the dragonfly in. Yeah, that's actually better than white wolf by a long mile. Yeah, I don't know. I've been obsessed with like ending the thing with like 2 with the symbols that I have been blinded.
You feel disgrace.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to make the world great again. Bring back the world Nexus. It's their classic now. Oh god. Yeah, when was PS52 out again? It's 2020 or something, right? They are classic now, Ayumu. They are classic.
Oh god, don't even mention that.
I was like, oh yeah, it's April 2020.
Oh god.
Oh god. Yeah. And then Clara is just your draw magic. Like,
I mean, yeah, I can see Clara. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like at this point, it's just an inoffensive card, right? So like, yeah, I mean, like, like if I need more slot, I can just that's like the placeholder. But like until I find like that one card, I guess like bringing one Clara wouldn't really like hurt anything. And I guess like yeah, some decks in the meta can still like draw a lot, so like why not? I guess. Or like the other day, I was like playing against Enoch, and I think I went from like 3. I was playing against Enoch or Ferdinand, and I went from like 3 hands to like 9 hands, and I still don't have the answer to their play. That's like, oh.
Skirushu.
Oh. So this is how it feels to play white. Yeah. And then the rush is what's the end? Rush is squash, yeah, squash. Yeah, rush squash, isn't it? Like the cost for magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Logics. Huh? Logics.
Large squash.
Oh, large. Oh, large.
Yeah, Raji squash. Yeah. I can see it.
What a name.
What a name indeed. And like functionally, like as a defense card, it is similar to Diamond Wall. I feel like it can still have some value in like the fact that it is unaffected in your hand, and it is unaffected during resolution. It's like it can be interesting, but like yeah, and it still removes one opposing spirit or ultimate as well. So I guess like in a way it is also a dual function. So I guess why not? That's why I'm bringing like 2 large squash and 2 diamond wall just to see like which one make more sense. So maybe after testing, I'll just focus on one.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Because like either way with diamond wall, the moment you will definitely get like 1 counter with Farah anyway. Because like your first turn, you just deploy Farah, you get 1 counter. So like you can use diamond wall right away. So it's not going to be bad, I guess. And again, if you need to refresh, diamond wall is there for you. The old reliable diamond wall.
Yeah, you just gotta remember like how quick this game is now that you realistically don't really need that many defense cards.
Exactly.
Like, ironically, we're back to the time where like protecting your life isn't exactly the best defense card.
Yeah, that's why diamond wall is still so beautiful, isn't it? Because it protects you by killing your opponent faster.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess you can think about it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, we are in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Bison does the job, so.
Yeah, exactly. It does the drops. Wait, which one was
No,
that?
it's the Bison. It does the job. It's literally.
Yeah. True.
If you want the refresh, like Bison literally does that. So.
Yeah. But now you have 5 ways. You have 5 cards to refresh your spirit. 6 card with the Crown Soldier. But yeah. The point is just more. But like yeah, it's also interesting. Yeah, I mean like as you said, right? Like it is a interesting time in which like if you would decided to bring like Diamond Wall Revival, you want it for the refresh more than you want it for the damage gate.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess like maybe I'm overthinking this just because the deck like feels like it is a little bit gimmicky. So I feel like, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. So I guess I'm just overthinking. Now that we have this discussion, I feel like I can kind of like simplify it a little bit more. Yeah, just cut out all of the fat. But I guess like other than that, they have like a very solid ground with the lizard, with Cattleya, with the fish. So yeah, we'll just see where it leads us to. Just wanted to use the Delusion Demon card again. And yeah, we'll see if we can. Yeah, I don't know why, but with the Driving Force, I mean, like I guess it still have a value of like searching for the Black Advent. But yeah, it always there's that one nagging feeling, isn't it? Like just because there's one less card that you can search, that it feels like, even though technically it's not a problem, but like, this is a weird feeling. But yeah.
I think Driving Force is just a decent filter card. Yeah, I think it's good to have 3. Yeah.
And it's white anyway. Like any degree of draw is still welcome, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, like just as a personal pick, I'll probably kind of wanted to build. Well, not for Far specifically, but just in general, because I really like Battle Spirit connected battlers. I always wanted to incorporate Shiratori Yu, but I look at this deck and everything is like cost 5 or higher. So I was like,
yeah,
not going to happen. As expected, no matter how big of a sim I am, like I just can't justify it. So yeah, no. Yeah, basically that's my version 0. We already talked about like what we could have changed from this, and hopefully into 3 weeks or like 1 month, we are going to have like the actual deck profile afterwards. One that's actually working. Yeah. Now that you've seen my drunk deck belting, you will see the more sober one with Ayumu. So we'll see if he has the dog in him because he's building Liber. The dog. Well, not really.
Dude.
It's the wolf, but yeah.
It's
Yes, the
what? Wait, it's a. Oh yeah, is that a wolf or is it a fox? I thought it's a fox.
Minor details.
I
Both
don't
are
know.
dogs.
Maybe. I guess so. Yeah.
Both are dog families. Let's not get into the detail. They might be like half fox, half wolf. There's bound to be like those amount of hybrid somewhere. Okay, so while I try to clear my throat, you can start to explain your reasoning, your sober reasoning. You don't have any excuse because you're sober when you're building this. Not like me when I was got heat stroke when I was building mine.
Yes. What was I going to say, Lamau? Well, yeah. Unlike Theo, I'm not really limiting myself into like the choices of cards I can use. I mean, to be fair, look at this list. You can see as well, like literally everything is from the new set.
Oh
well,
yeah.
except for the free promo cards, but there we are. And then like I feel like Rebel in general is like it's really encouraging you to try to do like a first turn kill. Like it's a hyper aggro deck. That's how I see it. So it's like so first of all, that's why you don't need 3 of the contract nexus, because like I don't really see a moment where you will want 3 of them on the field at the same time anyway. Yeah, so I think 2 is fine. And then literally like your whole game point is try to finish the opponent on your first turn going second. So yeah, also like basically the way you do it is like, on the first turn going second, you put down Rebel as the contract nexus first, you add 1 counter, and then you might want to swap your hand as well, but obviously you don't have to if your hand is good enough. But like either way, what you want to try to draw into, right? Because like you're going second, you got 5 costs to you spent 3 already. So you want so what you want to draw into is obviously the extra Rebel Indie, the cost 5/1. And then so like you deploy Rebel, and then you Afferent Rebel Rebel Indie onto it. Open 5. Here, I suppose like in general, people might think that you want to search for absolute wind demon god, but no. The one you actually want here is Tanuki demon god. Yeah, because it rams you a core. And then if you manage to summon another demon god, do it as well, like Imagine Brave. Because it's gonna be an extra spirit for like the level 2 effect of Rebel Indie. So actually, no, is it? No. Actually, it's gonna be something else. But like, yeah, but like, it's either way, it's gonna be an extra spirit, like for reasons later. So why you want Tanuki Demon God is because right now you only have 1 core left on the spirit because you spend 3 cores to deploy the contract. You spend the soul core to efforts, then you have 1 core on the spirit. You swing the contract nexus effect, ram 1 core plus 1 counter. Actually, when you Athens onto it as well, you get another +1 counter. All like the timings are getting more and more ridiculous and confusing now. But
exactly.
So like, when you attack, you still have 3 counters. That's what I'm saying. And then obviously, so you ram 1 core with the contract nexus, and then that's where Tanuki comes in, because on attack you ramp another core. And you also manage to heavy assault and obviously spirit. So like, let's say your opponent's playing contract spirit, they should only have 1 spirit anyway. Actually, the heavy exhaust is optional, so it depends on how many spirits they have. If they have 1, don't heavy exhaust.
Okay.
Because obviously what you do is like, so now that Rebel Indies at level 2, flash timing, once per turn, exhaust that spirits, refresh itself. So now it's swinging 2, you're swinging with 2 symbols refreshed. Okay, yeah, so let's say that's 2, your opponent cannot really stop anything. You swing with Rebel again. You're gonna ram 2 calls again, gain another counter. And then what you do is, if your hand is pretty enough, this is where you effort the new anniversary X-ray, Laysora Wiles. I think that's
Yep.
Laysora Wiles. Or like on, well, there are other ways to do it, but like let's say this is like the more proper way. So like because well, obviously with Laysora Wiles, if you have a brave, you can just finish without the soul core and you're 3 counters or more. Well, at this point used to be at like 4 counters. So like so like you can F lay Sora Wiles. The F effect doesn't really matter in this case. I mean, to be fair, if your opponent's playing contract ground connesses, then maybe it kind of matters because it clear their course. But the most important part is level 2 and 3 on attack at the end of battle by returning one of your we call it banner race in English. Well, on wiki. Well, returning one of your green banner race family spirit to hand, refresh the spirit. This is where your second Imagine Brave will come in handy. Because if it's not Brave, it's a spirit for you to return to hand. And then that means you can refresh it. And then that's another 2 symbols. That will be 6 symbols in 1 turn.
That is disgusting.
Yeah. But like there's a second way to go around it. Okay, so let's say you don't have Laysora, right? Then before you enter attack step, you need to set down the promo X-ray card, a beat reporter, polish you, because when you attack, you can activate the burst immediately, and that's your 5th damage. Yep, and that's how you end the game in literally your first turn going second.
That is indeed very disgusting.
Yeah, so like arguably you probably don't even need Gale Phoenix 10 in here.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's more like if you manage to drag like for 1 more turn, then like Gale Phoenix would be like pretty decent for your option as a finisher, I would say. Yeah. And then obviously the rest is just more for support, really. But I can still explain some choices. So like obviously we got the Lemmer, the cost 3 Master Rare, BS76025. That's basically just search a card. Obviously, the fact that like it can refill cards just means like you can have more chances to set down your Polish Shoe as well. Because Polish Shoe also has the effect when you refill it from the deck by your effect, you can just set it down. Yeah. So normally it's a soul burst that activates when you or the opponents activate Seal. But like obviously, as I said, she has her own effect where when you attack, you can just activate her. Like, what's the point of the best condition? I don't know, but here we are.
Exactly.
But yeah, so like the Lemma is literally just like the search card. It kind of has like the other effect, but I feel like it's a little bit irrelevant here. If you have 5 counters or more, it treats as cost 4, and also if it's during Seal, it basically protects your Brave Spirits when they're being removed by an opposing effect. So like it's decent to have. Like I mean, to be fair, when you think about it, right, it's a searcher that also has more uses afterwards. That's really good.
Yeah. Kind of like shamanic, isn't it?
Yeah, and the extra effect is like protecting your attacker as well, which is like really good. And then the next card is like this screaming Mammon. Like I feel like it's a reference on the meme. Not gonna lie. You need to put that in when you're editing the podcast.
I put them on like last week actually. So let's see if I can still load up the image.
Lamau. But I mean like the whole clip is like anyway.
Okay.
To be fair, this is more like a filler card, I feel like. But I suppose in general it's pretty decent if you like can just gain more counters and like gain call boost. But I suppose like this is like the Mammon's like the slot where you can change for something else, I guess. But I think it's just better. No, I mean it's just good in general because it's like another spirit. Like you can see like how this deck like is lacking quite a lot of spirits that you just hard summon. So like Mammon is kind of in a pretty decent spot for that,
Mm-hmm.
especially since the cost 4 as well. It like fulfills the brain conditions for like pretty sure it's all the Imagine Brains in this deck. Yeah. So yeah, in general, just a good card, I would say.
Yeah.
The level 2 effect is a little bit irrelevant. It was more like if the opponent spams their field, then like it kind of comes in handy, I guess. And then obviously you've got BS76027 as recon, which just like another own turn effort, and just like give you more options if you cannot draw into indie basically. Doesn't we have a search for the fact, but like it works as like just as a good starter, especially since like if you're facing like contrast spirit decks, right? You can just like heavy exhaust them, on your first turn, which like can be really devastating. Yeah, so that's pretty decent. Talk about Polish, we talk about indie, and there's the other burst, which is like Airs Panzer. Yeah, Airs Panzer, which is just like another burst option, which allows you to pull like Imagine Brave from hand as like a burst effect. And then also on summon or on attack for each brave you have exhausting opposing spirit ultimate. The good part about this is because like the burst condition is when the opponent increases their hand. So you can basically stop the attack before they enter attack step, because there are still a lot of times where players will increase their hand during the main step. So yeah, just like a decent card. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of like an anti-mirror card as well. And it's like a mirror attack as well. I would say. Yeah. Yeah, level 2 on attack, it's just decent in general, returning opposing a Sorcerer Spirit ultimate to bottom and then Rampant Core. Pretty good. Like Gale Phoenix is just like more like a really late game attacker finisher. I mean, there's really nothing much to say, the fact you can just pay 2 costs to refresh yourself. And then obviously you can lock the cost on the opposing board. The pay 2 cost isn't even the cost really, because like on attack, like the contract Nexus already ramps you a core. And then if you're brave to Tanuki Demon God, you're ramping another core.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like that's almost no cost. But I guess like sometimes you might just want to brave to Absolute Wind Demon God. So like it really depends on your options, I guess. Yeah, like the more I thought about it, of Absolute Wind Demon God, like you would barely ever get the double drive. I would, to be fair, because like you need like the wind contract and then also a Gawking Spirit on both sides, and also 6 counters more. So like I suppose that's where the Air's Liquor might comes in handy, because it's like a 4-2, which I suppose isn't hard to hard summon for like a green deck. So I guess that's something to consider.
Yeah.
Yeah, can it be any banner race? No, yeah, it has to be wind contract, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to obviously you can try to build like a Gawking focus version, I guess. Like a green Gawking focus version. You have a lot of options there, but like, I like being Unga Bunga. I just want to make it like a first turn kill deck, really.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yes, and then obviously we got like the Fox Demon God. Which like now that I think about it, it actually, I mean, it depends. Like, obviously, you can argue that like there can be other like better options when it comes to green Imagine Braves from like previous sets. I just like went a little bit no brains. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna throw all the cards in the new set. But in general, I mean, obviously, it's a card from the same set, so it kind of synergizes pretty well with every bell in general. Also, with like the effect, like when this card in your hand, when you ditch with like a when it ditch it from hand with green effect, you can pay 1 cost to summon it.
Which is synergy with Lace Aurora as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then like obviously the brave effect. Like I don't know why it treats itself as like a green red symbol, but okay, sure. Well, just to make it easier for people to use laser volley, Lamau.
Or maybe,
But like yeah. What
or
is it?
maybe the speculation here is that they wanted to make Exquisite kind of like work with both the green and the red. black maybe.
Yeah, yeah, it might be about like the red
Mm-mm.
banner race that
Yeah,
makes sense. Who knows?
who knows? I mean, like
Um,
like Kill Phoenix and Exorcist is basically the same deck. Well,
yeah. Oh, yeah, that might be the reference. Maybe I don't
maybe,
know.
who knows?
Yeah, but like in general, it's just like obviously another brave
Mm-mm.
to search for.
Yep.
It has the banner race family as well, so it kind of helps a little bit with
Mm-mm.
that. Especially with like um the end of battle effect with like Laser Wiles, like if you summon like more than one Imagine Brave with Rebel Indie, you probably just one off. Oh, actually, yeah, Rebel Indie can only summon Banner Race Imagine Braves anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Makes sense, yeah. But I think like 7 Braves should be enough. I don't think you really need more, to be fair.
Mm-mm.
Or else it's gonna break.
Yeah.
Um, especially with contract decks, you don't want to do the mulligan anyway, so
Mm-mm.
yeah. And then the other Nexus I play is 2 copies of like the beginning of the Adventure Wilds. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how else you can translate that. But like it has an interesting effect where when you summon an Imagine Break, you can take it back from trash to hand.
Mm-mm.
So again, it kind of synergizes well with like the hand trade effect
Mm-mm.
from Rebel. On deploy, +1 counter, gain a call.
Mm-mm.
It's pretty good in general. But like I
Mm-mm.
suppose I think like playing this is mainly for the level 2 effect, which is like a chaos counter.
Mm-mm.
Because
Oh.
yeah, because like when either player set a Mirage card without paying the cost, you had to pay the original cost.
Yeah, and it's original cost of the card, by the way, not original cost of the Mirage, which I just realized.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make them try to set down Sequel Nova Alta Lamau.
Yeah, like
Um
yeah, you need to pay for now.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And then obviously free driving force, just like more filter,
Mm-mm.
really. Um yeah, it's obviously the good thing is like you can like you can pull the contract necessary out again.
Mm-mm.
So depending on what you want, it's just like more counters and stuff like that for Rebel.
Mm-mm.
I suppose the other way to think about it as well is it synergizes kind of well with Absolute Wind Demon God.
Mm-mm.
Because like what you can do is like you can just like afferent Gale Phoenix 10.
Mm-mm.
Yes, no? Yeah. Uh y- hmm. Or maybe not. Like oh no, okay, no, no, okay, yeah. It needs a specific order. So what you can do is like you can afferent uh as Lycaon
Mm-mm.
or Rebel Indie, and then you use Driving Force to pull the Rebel contract necessary back out, and then you do the Seal Flag contract afferent
Yep.
with Gale Phoenix 10, returning from the Soul Core to the from trash to life.
Mm-mm.
And so now you get like you get like a wind contract spirit and then a gawking, and then so you can just slap the absolute wind demon go onto it. Like it's
Mm.
an elaborated combo, but like guess it's doable for this deck.
Mm-mm.
In general, it's just like more like just a filter card.
Yep.
It's like yeah, it's just like there are additional ways for you to play with it, I guess.
Mm-mm.
And then the last 2 magic we got Wind Summoning. Open free. You can either add a green banner race spirit card to hand or summon it.
Mm-mm.
You have to pay the cost.
Mm-mm.
Then you can summon up to one Imagine Brave card from it without paying the cost,
Mm.
and then return the rest to the bottom. So yeah, just more search card really.
Mm.
And then obviously you gotta remember, except for adding cards to hand or summoning the Braves. I mean, that's already like one card trading for two.
Mm-mm.
But then obviously again you got the reporter polish you.
Mm-mm.
If you refill her, you can just set it down as a burst as well.
Mm-mm.
Or like depending on like what you open,
Mm-mm.
it's one card trading for free, which is just like really good, I think.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And then the last card is like a defense card. You only need one copy because it returns itself to hand anyway.
Mm-mm.
Which is the timing is when you discard a green Banner Race family card from hand.
Mm-mm.
And you can return it. You can return this magic to hand, which is called Mammon Shot.
Yes.
So the flash effect is heavy exhaust and overseeing spirit or ultimate. Then if you have a green flag Nexus, you can return an offering exhausted spirit ultimate to the bottom. Yeah. 6-3 isn't bad. It's you should have the cross anyway.
Exactly.
So I think 1 copy is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally you shouldn't be using it anytime soon because, like, again, this deck you aim for like first turn kill anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, but like that's kind of like the concept I have. This deck.
Yeah, and lace aura is kind of your defense as well anyway. So it's not like you. It's not like you are paper. It's not like you are like fully protected, but at least it's not a paper thin defense either.
Yeah, it doesn't use the soul core as well, so it's like, well, I mean, I say you would use other affronts, but then like I realized all the other affronts I put is only during my turn.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have 2 copies of Lace Aura, that works.
Exactly. Hey, that's pretty nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay. Which is, yeah, I mean, like that amount of defense already what made Saraswati when it was at its peak like dangerous already, right? Because like, yep, like you have all this aggro, but if that fails, you have like 3 of the rabbit, you have 3 of the buffalo, you have 3. You can possibly bring like Hero's Claws as well, because you open your deck like every 5 seconds anyway. So yeah, I can see the potential now. The potential, man. But yeah, we will see. We will see if the Ayumu's Unga Bunga is going to beat my Unga Bunga. No, just kidding. It's probably going to. I'm a mid-range player. I'm probably going to be eaten alive most of the time anyway. So speaking of mid-range, of course, the deck that I am building back is my favorite pink-haired lady deck. That if it's not obvious enough, the moment her support got revealed, I basically just scrambled to kind of like rebuild everything. And now basically what I do is basically just take out everything that is remotely defensive and just go all into the life burn. Because previously I was still like using the cost 3 Mirage that gives me like 1 life, right? Like I feel like, yeah, maybe like there are some battles that you don't necessarily wanted to bring it to like the very late game, but you kind of need the heal to kind of like get into that turn 3 where you can kind of like at turn 3, turn 4 so that you can build up a way solid attack. But I guess now with the new cards, so the new campaign extra, Mahadevi, what she helps with is basically kind of covers your defense on turn 2, turn 3. So basically you can kind of expand everything. And then you just get Mahadevi to kind of like cover that early finishers. Of course, like if you're playing against aggro, then that's another thing that you have to worry about. But for the most part, you still have Florid Petal, you still have Chandi, so that like Mahadevi basically just gives you back your soul core, and then you can work with it afterwards. That's kind of the point. And also, like she has a level 2 effect that is that increases the life burn amount of your life burn Mirage, which might sound a little bit overkill, but you know, sometimes your opponent has 1 life and then they happen to have one single diamond wall, and that kind of like thwarts your whole plan. So that's kind of like a contingency. Also, then basically you kind of have 5 other Narishwara in your deck, and you know, now we have Absolute Demon God and all this thing that is meant to counter Nyx and Chaos, but like it kind of hurts us as well. Like I guess like with Mahadevi, you kind of have an alternative of other Narishwara that doesn't really like require you to kind of like set up through a lot of cards in your trash. So just one Mahadevi, you shoot 2 lives. So that is also an alternative. But of course, like other Narishwara is still very good because she can start you like really early. You basically just spend all your cores to set up, and then you have 1 or 2 core. If you have 2 cores left, then you can basically just put her on the top with the contract Parvati's effect, and then you can start your combo again, and you can land at least like 3 to 4 attacks, and you can do like 3 life burn. So if you at least like 3 life burn, so like after that, it's just a matter of how much your normal attack comes in, whether you have like Naja Tiger on your top deck or not. For example, whether you have Chandi on your hand, or like Chandi or Kakapo in your hand, then you can kind of like increase the number of your attacks as well. But bottom line, Ardhanarishwara is still your fastest finisher at the moment. So basically now I just put everything, I just put all my status points into attacking for the most part. So like so that although like I say that, but I have like 4 defense cards, so 2 Floret Petal, which is still kind of okay, because like the burst activates when your opponent activates their when summon or when summon effect. You can return 1 and then you can just pay the cost, so that during that turn your opponent cannot attack for the most part. Blizzard Wall is still kind of nice because this deck discards a lot of cards from your deck, so you can kind of like expect that it will go, one of them will go into your trash. And then like the other important thing is that it brings back your core, so that you can use your manifest like Chandi to actually defend yourself for real. Maybe even play like one cheeky Reset Sphere just because it's me. The 3 yellow world is actually just a placeholder. I kind of just wanted to play like a second play on my first turn. Might be looking into whether to bring like the Godseeker or maybe Pegasati there, just because Pegasati might not be well, when it is discarded, it is not as impactful as Naja Tiger. But I feel like if you are now that you are facing like more Contract Spirit decks as well, it is still a Hunter Beast that is cost 7. It gives you a body, cost 7, so like most of the Mirage can basically hit anything with Pegasati. Gives you a draw as well for the first turns to get your counter up to speed. Just nice. And speaking of counters, that is why like the new bow is such a lifesaver. It is a searcher. It increases your counter, and it can equip to both of your Parvati. And it gives your Parvati indestructible, and also the family Hunter Piece when it is attacking. So basically, all of your old Parvati, when she grant forces, she gains the Hunter Beast family, so she can trigger your you can trigger your Mirages as well. The only downside is that unlike Trishula, it only has 2 reductions, so it is a little bit more expensive. But I feel like I expect that I'm mostly going to play this. I am going to play at most like 1 during the earlier turns, in which like I wouldn't have any reduction symbol on my field anyway, so like that's not going to be that much difference. Or like on the late game where like I have like my opponent just destroy my whole field, but like I already like snowballed until like I have like 10 cores on my reserve anyway, so like 2 extra cores not going, like 1 extra core is not going to change that much. Because like in general like the deck can work with like minimum number of cores anyway. Well, not that small, but like I guess like 4 or 5 you can still kind of like snipe something. Yeah, and then the bird, the parrot, our beloved Battle Spirit Leaker Spectre. Well, it's not really a leaker, but like it's one of the guy who was like, well, whenever there's a new news from somewhere, he will just like collect everything, everything from everywhere. So thank you, Spectre. He has been doing the God's work since like decades ago, I guess. But like, yeah, thank you, Spectre. But anyway, that's probably why they finally made the card for Spectre. Not a coincidence, by the way. Not. Yeah, I just felt like his value is basically because it's a cost 4. So like, it's a cost 4. It manifests without any counter requirement. It's like, although it doesn't give you any counter, which could have been really helpful, but also not really a downside, because now, especially after the bow, you have like 9 cards that can increase your counter. You still have like 3 free slots that you can bring, like either Star Pillar, Yellow Demon God, Yellow World, or Anbika if you want to. So like, or even like Plushhead Plate if you really have to. So like basically,
It's also just a card to increase some calls in the early game as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was about to go into that, but yeah, that's basically the main point. Like the rest of the effect is good, but not as important as the fact that you can go on your turn 1, you deploy your Parvati, you manifest Kakapo, and then you have 1 extra core to work with on the next thing. Beautiful. That is why, like, when I realized that I kind of go on this toxic spree on trying as hard as I can to remove everything that is like cost 3 or lower, in which why I remove my God Seeker, and then I realized that now I kind of need something on my turn 1. That is why I kind of consider like the yellow world. Also because I already paid for it.
I think you can just remove the yellow world.
Yeah. No, it's a free slot.
Yeah, plus 1 Parvati, original Parvati, plus 1 Kakapo, and then maybe plus 1 Benisu.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and also for the people who probably wondering who the heck Spectre is. Yes, Spectre is like one of the people on Twitter who just like silently puts out like different leaks back when Battlespace doesn't do the leak themselves, but instead did the news through like magazines and stuff like that, which only happens in Japan or Hong Kong actually. And then like Spectre would be the person who's like literally get all of them, source all of them out, take pictures, and then put them on Twitter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then his profile pic is literally the party parrot, which is why Theo is calling Kakapo Spectre.
Exactly. He's doing the god work.
No, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I actually know Spectre personally.
Oh. Yeah, one day I'm going to buy them a Dubai chocolate because they deserve it. Yeah. Penis. Yeah, I don't know why. I tried penis before. I feel like I put it in for now. It's just because I wanted something that is kind of like an offhand defense. That is not going to be like exactly like protect you like totally, but like I guess it can help you to kind of like survive like the one shot, for example. Because like I think like you do that before your life is reduced, right? Or is it like after your life is reduced?
It's when your life would be reduced.
Okay. So basically,
yeah.
So basically, if my opponent is trying to one shot me with 5 damage, then I will open 1 first, and then I can kill 1 before I got hit with 5, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I guess like now also like because we have Naja Tiger, we have Mahadewi, I guess like the value of like Banis opening your top deck during the opposing turn is also way more impactful than before. So yeah, not too shabby for now. You're not going to summon.
Yeah.
You're not going to summon it for the most part, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Exactly. Well, actually, yeah, I have another version where I think I went to 41 and I just replaced the banners with Ganapati basically. Giving it a little bit more offensive taste, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Ganapati basically when it is refilled, you can summon it. You need to pay for the cost, but I guess like if your field is already like full, then you can summon at 1 cost. And you get like 1 more body that is cost 5. And also you get to get 1 of your 100 piece unblockable. Which like you can see like most of our boss cards are double symbols, so that can be something. Yeah, not too shabby. So maybe you're going to test with Banis and Ganapati both. Because like again, like with Banis, you kinda get that one. You get that 1 protection to get you to your turn 2. And then also you get to search as well in a way. Because if you're not playing against deck that remove card from your trash, then most of the cards that you send to the trash with Banis can be searched with can be fetched back with Kartikeya anyway, and some of the cards you actually want them in the trash. Like I think like in this list, like the only one that you don't want to be in the trash is literally just Floret Petal. Everything else can go to the trash. I say that as if it's a good thing, but yeah. Yeah. No, it's not that necessary. I mean, like strategically, it's a good thing, but like I feel like a psychopath, like saying that everything go to the trash. I don't need them. They're all just tools.
Well, I mean, Parvati in general is a high roll deck anyway, so it's like
might as
whatever you get. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. True. Yeah, just lean in the high roll. Well, I don't. Yeah, I feel like I also like look at like the Chicken Knight, like the Muga something Chicken Knight, the new cost 5 one. Yeah. But I feel like reducing one by 10,000 as opposed to like just healing one. Yeah, I guess like healing one's still better.
Yeah, but also like the Chicken Knight itself cost 5, right? So it kind of hinders your Mirage effect. So
yeah. Yeah, true. Also, the downside is if we are playing against the ban race decks, then if you want to set banish, then you have to pay an extra 2, which is not fun.
True, yeah.
Yeah. I guess like the only saving grace of this deck is that you still have like Oshu, like the cost 3 bird, which I guess like the main, although like it can fetch you Parvati, but now that we have Naja Tiger, I guess like it is just another way to get the Mirage that can shoot the opposing life. Like it's either that or Ganapati, but I guess it is still a cheap way to kind of like increase the core on your Parvati. And also if you do play against Panrace, it is 3 cost 2 reduction. So you are most likely, even if your field is still empty, you can pay for it anyway. Just pay the 1. It's a flash one. I was like, because like I thought like I didn't read like completely. Like I thought like the ban race card would like account for like the Mirage cost.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I mean like how is that supposed to hurt me? Because like my Mirage cost like most like full reduction to 1 cost anyways. Like it doesn't really affect me for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, I didn't read. Kartikeya is 2 cost at full reduction. Oh, that will be a problem. So yeah, thank goodness we read today. Yeah, so that's basically my Parvati deck. Very pink, very nice. Yeah, the bow was like an icing on the cake. Like I thought like the deck was already like kind of like rounded up enough, like before the bow, but like now with the bow it's like this bow is godsend.
I feel like the bow is like a must here.
Yeah,
definitely.
And yeah, I guess like bow but Trishula was an overkill, at least from my cold fashing, because like I feel like Trishula is more into like win more card. It's kind of like when you need that last mile, and not really that last mile, when you know that your opponent cannot end the attack step, but you need to get 2 attacks in, it is a way safer to get like that 1 last damage in, because like Grand Force, Grand Walker Nexus is still like really hard to destroy.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah,
exactly. So like in that case, like you don't really need it that much Grand Walker that cannot be destroyed. Like you mostly like need the Contractor to survive like the first few turns, and then like on the turn where you wanted to finish, then it's more important to get the original Parvati to be protected pretty much.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah.
And at worst you can just summon it with Naja Tiger anyway, so like the cost barely matter.
Oh, is it like summon any card?
I remember it as any card. That is why like the Naja Tiger is like I put like the Naja Tiger at 3 because like
yeah, they finally know how to properly support.
Yeah.
Parvati now.
I know, right? Yeah, Parvati. And then at first I thought it was like a choice between a Parvati or a Hunter Beast card, and then I decided to read again like one day, and then like it's a Parvati, and it's a Parvati and a Hunter Beast card without paying the cost.
Yeah. Like that's why I think it's also fine if you like max out all the Parvati because like you can like get them back out with Tiger anyway. This gives you more target with the Tiger.
Yeah. Exactly. Damn. Yeah. Now it will. I mean, like it is a high roll, so like it feels like when your percent is not good, then you can kind of tell that it's going to be either a struggle or it's going to be a struggle to win, or you just have to accept that you might not reach the turn where you can kind of like give enough damage. But I guess as long as you have like with this tier, like as long as you're realistic with it, I guess it's still fine. Because like I mean like with Battle Spirits, when you are not playing like the higher tier decks, it doesn't mean that you cannot win against the higher tier decks, but you kind of have to have the healthy expectation that it's not going to be consistent. It's not going to always do what you want it to do. As long as you are okay with that, then it's you can have a healthy relationship with it and have fun winning with it. Yay! I say that, but if you play like the higher tier decks, you can still break like 40% of the time. So like, basically, if you want to know like how good or how consistent a consistent Battle Spirits deck is, it's about 60%. If it's at least like 60% consistent, then it's consistent. Kind of, yeah. That's like I guess like the chance of you like getting like your 3 Sigmund Alternova on the bottom of your deck is still kind of high, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah. It's like Battle Spirit doesn't shuffle as well, so.
Oh yeah. Like once a game starts, it's just a matter of where you are taking your deck from. Because like even if you play yellow and you can take from like both top and bottom, like still it's kind of like there's a limit on where you take it from. Like that actually like makes it in the end, like you still have to take into your center, and then like you don't dig from either side fast enough. So like if the card is in the perfect center, then you're still not going to get it anyway. That's the fun part, isn't it? Like those subtle things that even though like for the most part you feel like I mean like for the most part it's just you see your first hand and like you can kind of tell it is there are still like subtle changes that your top deck can actually like do and like make or break your hand. So like that is why Eternal is still very, very fun. Yeah. So speaking of like taking your deck, of course next we have Ayumu's deck, which is all about taking your own deck and the opponent's deck as well. Because we already have the aggro deck, we already have the janky combo deck, we already have the mid-range deck. Now we all have mid-range burn deck. Now we have to have the mill deck as well. Yay.
Yeah, it's also like another one of those high roll decks. I don't know. Recently, like I mean, I think too much in Pokemon. I need to play some no-brainers.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so like as you might see, I mean obviously we still have Chichin Sapphire in there. Like now that I see, I think I'm missing like the wolf, which can be pretty good actually. Can probably remove the Axel and maybe -1 Brave or 3 copies of like the other card, which I can never remember what it's called. Let me try to find it.
How would you describe that? Is it the chicken zebra beast mode or something.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's the beast mode. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember missing the beast mode. So definitely put 3 copies of that.
Ah.
But other than that, like this stat is basically completely focused on the ball,
Mm-mm.
calamity ball.
Mm-mm.
Um, like ideally, I mean, it depends. It definitely depends on your hand. But
Mm-mm.
like with Huracana, you still want to go first.
Mm-mm.
But if you have Huracana and calamity ball at hand in hand,
Mm-mm.
then you go second.
Mm-mm.
So it's
Mm.
a little bit interesting. But because of the way you do is, like, say you go second, you put down Huracan.
Mm-mm.
Let's say you get like I don't know, 3 charges. I mean, used to be I really don't know. There are only like, well, let's say we minus one of the brace
Mm-mm.
for the beast mode.
Mm-mm.
You're realistically only missing like 7 cards in this deck. I suppose, like, in that sense, it's probably safer for you to go first anyway. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Just to get more calls. But like, okay, yeah, let's say you go first, put that Huracan, next turn. You try to get into 2 counters, which then you can seal manifest.
Mm-mm.
So like you must hit 3 calls on Huracan
Mm-mm.
if you want to hire. Like now that I see it, like I might just remove everything that can't call charge, maybe.
Mm-mm.
Just to like keep the consistency high, but like that's probably not a good idea.
Mm-mm.
um But like, yeah, and then so like you got ball out,
Mm-mm.
and then you on attack draw 2, discard 1. But then obviously you also have like a roaring stamper, or however you call it,
Mm-mm.
which literally clears the opposing board
Mm-mm.
in like 1 turn.
Mm-mm.
Especially if you attack early, there won't really be anything that's over 12k really, I would say.
Mm-mm.
And if you're going first and this is your second turn,
Mm-mm.
actually, yeah, no, you still wouldn't have enough calls. Well, it really depends on what your board is on your first turn, but yeah.
Mm-mm.
Um, I think the interesting thing is as well, if you go first and you go in, then still on the second turn you summon Calamity Ball.
Mm-mm.
On attack, after you draw 2, if you discard the top right card, Bakuon Bunk Ball,
Mm-mm.
BS76054.
Mm-mm. Oh, new
Oh
card.
no, it's when you have exhausted. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So basically, Calamity Ball on attack, have exhaust,
Mm-mm.
because obviously of Huracan, and you pay 1 cost to summon Bunk Ball
Mm-mm.
from hand, and then which means like your Calamity Ball will be at 17k, assuming it's a level 2,
Mm-mm.
and also like at the end of the battle you mill 10.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Yeah, so like think about it, right? So for each block, because of the roaring stamp. Let
Yep.
me bring the actual translation out. Yeah, because of the roaring stampede,
Mm-mm.
you mill 6 for each blocking spirit,
Mm-mm.
and then at the end of battle you mill another 10.
Mm-mm.
So like, let's say you are going first, your opponent only managed to summon 1 spirit, you're still milling 16 on your first turn,
Mm-mm.
but on your second turn,
Mm-mm.
which I think is actually just really good.
Yeah.
And then, if you just want to maximize the benefits from like this Dream Seal and everything like that, like that's why I put like 3 copies of Gris Crash in there.
Mm-mm.
So like, even if you can't summon a Bunk Ball, you like Gris Crash is your other option. You draw 2, discard Gris Crash, summon a level 2 on attacks, mill 7.
Yes.
Yeah. So like this is like a half mill deck.
Mm-mm.
So it's not like the main focus, but I just think it's plays really nicely
Mm-mm.
into like kind of like the additional effects where like Huracan kind of wants, because like so far it's been pretty linear,
Mm-mm.
but now you have more ball control options,
Mm-mm.
which I think is really what like Huracan really wants, I would say.
Mm-mm.
So like, yeah, uh that's kind of like the basic concept, like the rest is really just to filter out all the cards
Mm-mm.
that you need. Obviously we still keep the original finisher, Chichen Sapphire,
Mm-mm.
because like obviously if you can't build them or you can't control their board, then like you just one punch them basically. So it's like that's kind of like the concept, really. The rest of the cards is just for filtering and everything like that. I mean, it's Huracan. Like you don't really do much with it anyway. Realistically.
Yeah, and the Calamity board itself is a filter anyway, so.
True, yeah, that's why you put 3 copies.
Yeah.
It's an early manifest as well. So like it helps you, just game more calls early, really.
Yeah. And also like we talk about like surviving to your turn 2 as well, right? So like I guess getting to 6 lives and while your opponent need to heavy exhaust their spirits to attack. So I guess that's kind of like limits the kind of deck that can kind of like finish you on your next turn as well. And now they have that one, like if they are playing aggro and they can only damage you enough, like now they also have to deal with, okay, so now they have like 6 left instead of 5. Which I guess like if you play aggro, then it kind of ruins not ruins, but like it kind of adds a lot of factor to how you need to get your attack in, which can be really annoying. But
yeah, like I think Huracan in general is like more like a mid-range or like tempo deck. So like I think like adding the mill option and like the roaring stampede, it just like I think it would just improve the deck so much better. Yeah,
because I guess like the roaring stampede is also more into like, if your opponent setup kind of like depends on them like summoning a lot of spirits, then they can just clear their board. Even if they have like anti-mill, you still clear their board, so like still works out for you.
Yeah, and then obviously again combo in the punk board, you can get up to 17k at level 2 or 23k on level 3. Which like can get over quite a lot of stuff, especially if you're thinking about like early to mid game. Like more like even like I think even right now, right? Like in Battle Spirits, most of the cards that goes over 20k are like finishers. Which by that point you shouldn't be using Calamity Ball anyway. It's how I would see it, In the worst case scenario, you really need to bump the BP. You can still get the Brave that adds 7k to it. So 30k max if you really need it, Oh, you need more BP, Bakuon draw, add another 5k. So like, technically you still have the options there. Like, I wouldn't worry too much about like, not getting over the BP and everything like that, really.
Yeah. Actually, the only thing that is meta relevant right now that might be coming out early is maybe just Sigma Nova. Which is 25 at max level, but that kind of depends on how fast your opponent are using their cores, so that all the courses go back to Sigma Nova.
Yeah. Yeah, but even
I mean like it's not that much, but I guess like now we are seeing more Crimson, so might worth like being careful about it. But again, it's not your main win con, so even if it's got destroyed by Sigma Nova, it's not going to like anyway. You are still going to clear everything that is not Sigma Nova before you need to fight Sigma Nova anyway. So like, one left, it can discard your hand, but it's double symbol. So like, if they don't really draw anything else, like, now they basically just attack you with double symbol and they lost their hand as well. So I guess that kind of works out.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But I guess I can kind of see the vision. Also, like if your opponent decide to go blank, like I mean, like by blank I mean like ending their turn with lost spirits, like you still get like 1 damage in anyway, and you don't really, because you can still summon Grace Crash, you can still filter your hand, and also I guess the Nexus also locks the opposing trash, right? Doesn't it?
Yep, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Then actually, like even if you can mill like 7 from Grace Crash, that's already like kind of like major enough to kind of like disrupt their play, because they now like have like 7 less playables. Yeah. And because of that, also like you basically like have like one, like you don't really need to set up that much for Chichen Saber's one shot anymore because you are going to reduce like 1 to 2 lives anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's interesting how they kind of add layers to deck that is supposed to be like Unga Bunga, but now.
I mean, I don't really think Huracana is Unga Bunga in general, but like, I suppose like.
It's more into
because it's like when you need to have exhaust to attack, it's definitely not with Unga Bunga.
Yeah, I guess it's more like
It's
into
definitely more like
straightforward.
tempo one range. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mid range, but it is kind of straightforward. But now they kind of like, yep, you can pen. You have elasticity. We have given you the power of rubber.
Yeah.
All this time you have been racing with the metal wheels. Now introducing rubber tires. Sponsored by Michelin.
Lamau.
Yeah. But of course, like, these are like the vortex that we kind of wanted to build in the upcoming set. But of course, they are not the only attacks that you can build. Like I said, that even with red, you can have 2 options already. With yellow, you have Parvati, you have Imaginate, you have Indra. Although I think like in the previous news, the previous news episode, I already said my feelings about it. So just try to look for ones that looks like it has Indra in it, I guess. Yeah. With blue, you do get an upgrade for Huracana, and you also get an upgrade for Hephaestus as well, and you get some upgrades for Chaos. So like, yeah, lots of decks are getting lots of love. So yeah, you can build like, I think like up to 18 decks. Well, you can build like 3 decks and you can upgrade 10 or 15. I guess that's a more correct way to look at it. Because of course, like for the other decks, you don't really get like a full deck. You get 3 full decks and then you have upgrade for like 15 other decks, which is still nice enough. Lot to choose from still. You want to do more manifest? Go play Zeus, I guess.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I
mean, in general, like even like I think like if you want to play, manifest. Yeah.
Manifest. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, so I was thinking about contract F and Lamau.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then can I remember one interesting thing? Like I probably could have just as a joke, instead of like getting like a Fara deck, my Fara deck that is still like incomplete because my mind is still like all over the place. But I feel like I could have just as a joke, like inside when I said like, yeah, I'm going to build Fara, and then like the first thing that you see after the 3 copy of Fara is just 1 copy of Fara is just Bachman the Kill Bachman the Kill fighter form. Because like that's also like how my other friend like bamboozled me like the other day, because he started with Yggdrasil, and then like, so yeah, so I asked him, so you're playing Arjun? And he was like, yeah, I'm playing Arjun. And then he attacked with this Yggdrasil, and lo and behold, the strongest contract advent for Arjun.
Yeah.
Noble God, Grace Order.
Oh, for fuck.
I was like, right. Yggdrasil on the field is a cost 6. I forgot that one important detail. Oh. So yeah, I could have just said that, yeah, this is my light contract deck. And how I will play that. So I will go second, deploy Farah, make a platinum buck, attack with my platinum buck, happen to Bachman the Kill, open 1, summon Grace Order, Grace Order attack, summon Ragnarok. Oh my god, I can see that happening in it. I can see that happening already. What the fuck? Yeah. Arnold Machine Gacha. You just love it when it just randomly pops up in your timeline, doesn't it?
True, yeah.
You never know. It can be a Grace or it can be a Ragnarok.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, so if you guys are building anything from the new set, just let us know as usual. If you guys have any comments, if you guys have any comments, requests, or questions, do feel free to send it to us to our email at therefreshsteppodcast@gmail.com. Or if you're listening to this on YouTube or Spotify, do feel free to comment on the episode as well. Yeah. Yeah, the Spotify thing is kind of new, so I wasn't really sure on how to end it. End the sentence, I mean.
It's a bit dry.
Yeah. Although Spotify comments is kind of weird because like I have my favorite podcast, right? But like the scale is kind of like feels like kind of weird because like the comments is like way less than YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But like because of the comment is like way less, like there's that one toxic comment and then it feels like oh. It feels like way more major. Although like if you go to YouTube, then with the same episode is probably going to have like 246 comments, and then like 40 of them are going to be negative. So like, and then this is just 1 out of 6, and then it feels weird because like the ratio is the same.
Hey, if we can get 246 comments, Lamau.
I don't
even care, mate. You can hate me all you want.
True. I mean like it's not like we have not been facing persecution our whole life anyway. Just kidding.
Lamau.
I mean it is to some extent true, but it's not like it's I am working on my trauma.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's why I moved to Germany. So yeah, is that, I mean like we have talked about like this 4 decks so far. It's like, is there any other decks that you are particularly interested in that we don't talk about today?
Imagine it,
indeed. Yeah, maybe it's time to make it work. Because like I've been like separating it, and then like I tried to build something else, and then it got mixed up again, and then I separated again, and then like yeah, I need to start building it. Because I've been doing that with that, and like the Divine Spirit Mirage deck, the prequel one. Like I mean, it's no longer viable, but like I have the cards anyway, so like well, I've built something janky with it, but like I've been putting it off. But yeah, I agree. Imagine it. Just getting the Mauchu back because like the Mauch is just like looks very happy when he's like finally got back into the game. And I just want to I just really like his energy, man. Also, it's one extra core with at 2 costs in yellow. What not to love about that?
Yeah, time throwing 3 copies of Gadara as well.
Exactly. Just bring back the Gadara engine. And if we are in Asia, you don't need to fret as well. You don't really need to scramble to look for the Gadara. If you're in the West, then you kind of still have to do that. But like if you are in Asia, I guess you can just contact your nearest store. The release party for PS76, if I'm not wrong, is going to give you the 2 of the most important ancient god king, so Gadarla and Suitachi. So yeah, go support your local store and get your Gadarla combo today. Yay! Because like as Ayumu have said earlier, even if you want to play with Liber, if you wanted to play a more late game build, then actually Gadarla is not a bad choice for that sense.
To be fair, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, because you basically just use the one. You can just use the ceiling for Kill Phoenix, open a Gardarla, and then now you have another stuff that you can equip the Absolute Demon God to.
True, yeah.
And then Gardarla on its own, it has a life burn, by the way.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And I think it refreshes yourself as well, doesn't it?
It burns your opponent as a condition to refresh itself.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's like that is a condition. It's a condition to refresh itself to inflict more damage as for it to damage your opponent. I know that there are ways to kind of like prevent only effect damage and not attack damage. So like I guess that it's still a condition, but like on normal circumstances, like how is it that okay your opponent has to pay the tax for you? Like that's just like imagine if they actually like I guess that's why they just reprint the Gardarla. Like imagine if they brought out like a new and improved Mauchu that gives you an extra core, and then they give you a revival of Gardarla as well that gives you count. Like maybe for the most part the effect is the same, just like gives you counter as well. Maybe an extra trigger when your life is reduced, and it will still be strong enough because like at that point you might just summon it from the hand, ignore the corpus. You just want the life burn. In green, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really that surprising. Green actually is the first color to have light burn.
Oh yeah.
Think about King Taurus, yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so it's just bringing the tradition back into the game, isn't it?
Basically, yeah.
Not looking for I feel like not looking forward to that. I feel like the interesting thing is like even the janky deck is going to be kind of like even more annoying now. And speaking of like janky deck, right? Like, well, not really janky deck, but like speaking of like mulligan as well. Like we were talking previously that with contract deck we might not want to mulligan.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the new Parvati's like really focuses on like the higher cost cards, I actually like mulligan twice. And both instances I just hard through the contract Parvati. So like I guess it's just a love issue. If you love the Grand Walker enough, they will come to your hand regardless, even if you mulligan. Totally disregarding that I actually bring 3 copies of her, so like that's the chance is not that low. Yeah. They know like oh I got this sounds like a call out, but I guess like my friend haven't been playing for a while, so like I can't really blame him, right? Like he wasn't aware that you can only bring like one kind of contractor in your deck.
Right.
So, yeah. So he basically like brought like the collection contractor done as his contractor, and then like he brought like the astral deity done inside his deck. And then he break. So he mulligan his hand, and then like when he redrew his hand, he got like he mulligan his collection contractor done, and like he drew his astral deity done basically. I was like, oh. I don't know why, but I just found that combination amusing. But yeah, not a call out, by the way. I probably need to remind him in text. I guess like because I don't speak like good German, and I don't speak good German. Like it feels like kind of hard to explain that the limitation is that you cannot bring like multiple type of like contractors. So might have to tell him in text so he can take his time to kind of like absorb it, I guess. Because I'm a bad friend. I said it in person, so it should have come. No, just kidding. This is not a call out, by the way. It is my fault for not telling him. But yeah, I guess like starting from next week we will get more standard stuff until like a long time. For the longer time we wouldn't be looking at the eternal cards again. Such.
Top.
Yeah. But it is what it is. You are still looking forward to the eternal booster and the diva.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will notice we'll probably be making more episodes when the diva is out. That's the expectation. Usually it's still the same. I mean, like just because we like the cards doesn't change the production process. So it's going to probably be the same. And yeah, the production process. I said that I wanted to finish the how to play video from last week. It's finally 50% done. God damn it! Yeah. So it's done with the cutting. So now I just have to animate it and stuff. So yeah, still going to take some time, but yeah, safe to say, should be realistic to kind of like expect it to be out like this week. So sorry for the wait. So thank you for the wait, guys. You can finally learn how to play Battle Spirits again. Yay! I feel it's less into like our existing viewer, but like I guess like if we wanted to invite more people, I guess like we kind of have to have that somewhere, right? So like I feel like this is not exactly I didn't make it exactly for now, but it's just that as time goes, I feel like, especially because like standard is going to be like at least 1 year, so like this mechanics that we know in standard is going to be relevant until like 2027. So yeah, I feel like having it for the rest of the year is still going to be important. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to make it, even though realistically it's already way too late. Yeah, I wish I have like 8 hands, or if the day could have been 30 hours long, would have been nice. No, just kidding. I'll just sleep longer.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I say that, but now my problem is I literally can't sleep.
Oh God.
Yeah. I feel like now the challenge is because like the weather is kind of awkward. It feels like I spend more time trying to sleep more than like the time I actually like sleep. But like the time I actually, I feel like I spend more time trying to fall asleep, but like I spend less time sleeping in general, which is also a problem. So I will wake up and I will be dying because I didn't have enough sleep for the last 2 weeks. So yeah. But as usual, yeah, we are adults. We'll tackle the problems one by one as the problem piles in front behind those problems that we are trying to tackle. But what can we do? What can we do other than trying to tackle it one by one? Otherwise, it will never be resolved, and it will just keep on piling up, whether we try to resolve it or not. So yeah, at the very least, you have one less problem to think about. So yeah, I guess that has been everything that we can share for this week. We hope that you guys have a nice week going forward, and we'll see you all in the next thing. Bye bye.
Bye.
The mood swings. The summer mood swings.
Nah.